There doesn't appear to be a tutorial for the ET22. Let's have a go. What's the worst that could happen? So this is a frightening looking train. Holy crap, look at all the buttons and stuff. A stove? It's got a little cooker in here or something. Surely there's a tutorial for this. It's not exactly the most straightforward of trains, is it? I wonder if I have to start the engine in here somewhere. There's a few levers and stuff here, but I can't see anything that's sort of... I'm pretty sure we have to start the engine up. None the wiser so far. Aha! An ET22 tutorial. I couldn't see that for looking. Right. Hello and welcome back to the Sim Shack. It's Monday 29th of April and it's me, 𝐒𝐮𝐞𝐝. We're going to take a look today at the just released or recently released SimRail Cargo Pack DLC. So I've taken a little look and I'm still very much learning about the game at the moment, so don't expect miracles from me. And by all accounts, the routes or the scenarios / challenges that I'm going to have a go at today are for the most experienced engineers out there. It's basically so difficult that you're going to fail. We're talking super long, super heavy train loads, going up incredibly steep hillsides and so on. So this could be very interesting. A couple of things I've discovered. There's a training track here, which I didn't know was there. So that could be useful. I can get some practice over there. I'll probably do that off camera. Unless you guys are specifically interested in seeing it, of course. But today I thought we'd go with Katowice. And it's the ET22 train. Big heavy locomotive. I can tell you about it here, but I'm literally reading it word for word. The king of Polish freight mainline, strong as a bull, take the helm of legendary ET22 locomotive and lead heavy freight trains with new wagons. The heavy 6-axle monster ET22 201E with a power of 3,000 kilowatts and a weight of 120 tons is the most numerous series of electric locomotives produced in Poland. Two prototypes created in 1969 underwent numerous tests, after which a decision was made in 1971 to commence serial production of the electric locomotive. Over nearly 20 years of intensive work, 1,184 units were produced for Poland and 23 units for Morocco in 1975 to 1976. To this day, most ET22 locomotives operate for PKP Cargo, whoever they are. Still, other carriers have also acquired some and successfully transported thousands of tons of goods in Poland, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Let me bring this down so you can see what I'm looking at actually. That would be fairer, wouldn't it? Just looking at it. So we can see we've got some fantastic rolling stock here that we can haul. It says we attach special construction falns, don't know how to pronounce that word there, falns, 441V hopper wagons to the ET22 locomotive, capable of carrying up to 64 tons of bulk materials such as coal, as well as tank wagons, 𝐒𝐴𝑠 and 𝐶𝐴𝑠, with a capacity of up to 83,000 litres, that's these things. A train filled to the brim with aggregates weighing over 3,000 tons will be able to travel at the speed of 100 kilometers an hour on the main line or test itself on the advanced 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 section from the 𝐒𝐴𝑠 mine. ET22 and new single-player missions will test your skills. Only the best engineers will overcome the steep ascent from the 𝐒𝐴𝑠 mine and numerous speed restrictions whilst pulling even 3,000 tons. After unloading, Farms wagons can return to a mine at a maximum speed of up to 100 kilometers an hour. Coal is not all we transport on SimRail network. The Railway Simulator Cargo Pack. Test your strength by pulling wagons filled with gasoline or diesel oil, but be careful because advanced physics simulates the fluid movement in the barrels. How cool is that? How cool is that? That is epic. Thereby affecting the behaviour of the train. I hadn't read that before. That's the first time I've seen that. Okay, so... Bayek, it's warm in here, lads. Speaking hot. Speaking hot. Right, so this is a difficulty level 3. I just did a tutorial that was harder than this. Scenario duration, 4 hours and 16 minutes. Oh, hang on. It may be too warm in here for that. Let's just see what the others are. The ET22, that's 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's a bit more like it. And that's 2 hours and 8 minutes. I think we'll start there. There doesn't appear to be a tutorial for the ET22. Unless I've already done one. Alright. Let's have a go. What's the worst that could happen?
Welcome to the Katowice freight scenario. Get ready to roll, complete your train, and contact the dispatcher in Katowice.
Okay. So this is a frightening looking train. Holy crap, look at all the buttons and stuff. We may have a problem here. I don't think the train has even started. And it's all in Polish. Okay. Oh, crikey. Bit of a stutter there. So this is one of the other things that's cool about this DLC is they've actually modelled the engine. And I think I've gone completely the wrong way. Holy cow, look at it. Look at it all. I think I was meant to go down this way. And you'll notice that I don't have to click to open the doors. It does it automatically now, which is much better. So thank you for pointing that out to me, chat. He says, get into a door that won't frickin' open. Why won't that open? Oh, that's mental. Okay. So looks like we're going to go back the other way then. And then come in here and have a little look. Oh, for some reason I can't get into that section. Don't know why that is. Okay. Right. So, what chances have I got? Oh, look at this. I can turn the little lamp on so that I can see the timetable. That's really, really cool. I need to know how to start this flipping thing up. Oh, it does tell me SDP dimming converter, open line connectors, unlock overload relay, unlock traction motors, close main switch, unlock compression overlay, cabin heating. I better turn that on. Current setting, anti-slipping brake, light dimming, headlamp right dimming, lower both pantographs. I don't want to lower them. Pantograph front, pantograph back. That's the brake releaser. Brake delay setting, vigilance button. There's got to be a tutorial for this, surely to goodness. Cabin activation. Right, that's a good start. That's the manual brake. That's the horn. A stove? It's got a little cooker in here or something. So that's the speedometer, the old clicky, 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 clicky thing. Turn the wiper on. If I turn the wiper on, that will at least be some indication that we've got power. That's the emergency brake. Let's turn the radio on. ZEW1. Radio channel. I don't know what to set it to. I don't know. Surely there's a tutorial for this. It's not exactly the most straightforward of trains, is it? I wonder if I have to start the engine in here somewhere. Oh, so there's levers and pulleys and stuff down there. So that looks like it's proper locked down. I wonder if I have to open it somehow. Let's go around the other side and have a look. I'm none the wiser so far. I mean, it looks great. It looks really good, but... Any of these open? Oh, hello. What have we got up here? Radio adapter power switch. Hey Spike, sort your train out, Mike. Yeah, trust you to come to this kind of game cold and have no idea. It's not me. It's not me, mate. Well, I suppose it is me, technically. Hey Thomas, all nice. Yeah, this is the new DLC. It's looking really good. I just can't seem to find a tutorial for it. I can see where some bits are, the manual brake and stuff. I've turned the radio on, except we have no power. I'm thinking I need to sort of do something in the engine room down here, but I can't figure out how to open the engine room door. It's got this like superficial solid lock system on it. There's a few levers and stuff here, but I can't see anything that's sort of... I'm pretty sure we have to start the engine up. Go back to main menu. Maybe there is an ET22 tutorial somewhere, because I mean that's not the most straightforward of trains by the looks of things. It's a little bit complicated. Right, train driver. Let's just have a look at the training thing, see if there's one in here. No. Okay. So there's missions. There's a tutorial there for... There's an ET25 there. Aha! An ET22 tutorial. I couldn't see that for looking. Right. 30 minutes. This will get us up and running. Cool. Thank God that's there. For a minute there, I really didn't think there was a tutorial. Maybe there's like a downloadable PDF or something that I didn't see. Just Indiana Jones it and crawl along the outside of the train.
Passenger train 4665 on the section 𝐍𝐞𝐞𝐝, Dąbrowa Górnicza, ząbkowice. You will use the ET22 to operate it. This tutorial will show you how to start and drive the vehicle. To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on a keyboard.
Apologies, I forgot to turn the red light signal size down, so they're absolutely enormous today. I'll try and do it in between the tutorial. If I forget, it's your fault because you didn't remind me.
Open the door of the electrical cabinet.
Now, I'm not being funny. That did not go yellow when I was in it just now, did it?
Turn on the battery. Open the door of the electrical cabinet.
I have to open that side. Right, look at this. This is excellent. I love this. Turn on the battery. Okay. Which one of them little wiry things do you think I should stick my finger on, guys? Choice of compressors. Aha. Passive driven mode. Right, maybe that's not it. Turn on the battery. God only knows which one of these things it is. And this is the tutorial.
Close
Aha!
the door of the electrical cabinet. It is time to enter the cabin. Use the key or press on the door. Turn the key clockwise to activate the cabin. Before acknowledging Realism system tests, move reverser handle into forward or reverse position.
There.
Acknowledge Realism system. Differential relay breaker is active. Move reverser into forward position.
Right, okay, so
Move
let me just
reverser
shut
into
this door.
forward position.
Why can't I shut this door? Oh, there we go. Right, I feel a bit like we were
Move
almost
reverser
on it.
into forward position.
Yes, all right. The reverser into forward position.
Use differential relay breaker reset button.
Use the what button? I think it's this one. Traction motors overload relay button.
Differential relay breaker of auxiliary
that was on.
circuit is active. Use differential relay breaker reset button. Go to
So I was
the
pressing all the right
pneumatic frame in
buttons.
the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat.
Right. So we are...
Go to the pneumatic frame in the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat. Close the valve in the main tank. Go to the pneumatic frame in the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat. Go to the pneumatic frame in the engine
Way
room
too
A.
much information.
Door
I don't
behind
know
the
where I'm
driver's
going
seat.
now. It flipping is there, look. Damn it. Okay.
Go to the
I
pneumatic
hope they
frame
improve
in the
these
engine room
tutorials a
A.
little bit.
Use the door behind the driver's seat. Close
Right.
the valve in the main tank. Go to the pneumatic frame in the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat. Close the valve in the main tank.
Okay. Ah, right. So this is main tank supply. So close the valve of the main
Close
tank.
the valve of the pantograph's compressor.
Close the pantograph
Go
compressor.
to the low voltage electrical cabinet in the engine room A.
Go to the low voltage electrical cabinet in engine room A. So back over there. Gosh, there's a lot
Go
to
to the
remember.
low voltage electrical cabinet in the engine room A. Switch on the compressor using a button on the right wall of the electrical cabinet. Close the door of the electrical cabinet.
So now it's just telling me to close the door, so it's almost like whatever he wanted me to do has already been done. So
Switch on the compressor using a button on the right wall of the electrical cabinet. Close the door of the electrical cabinet.
no. 'What on earth do you think he wants me to press? So the battery's on. The converter's on. It says on the right wall. Maybe it's
Switch
outside.
on the compressor using a button on the right wall of the electrical
Oh, it is
cabinet.
outside.
Wait for the pantograph tank to fill.
They did highlight it. I was just looking in the wrong place.
Switch on the compressor using a button on the right wall of the electrical cabinet. Wait for the pantograph tank to fill.
So when it says wait for the tank to fill, what visual confirmation do I have that it's filling? How am I supposed to know when it's full? So this is filling full of air. That's what the tank is doing. This is very cool, but also incredibly complicated.
Switch on the compressor using a button on the right wall of the electrical cabinet. Wait for the pantograph tank to fill. It is time to enter the cabin. Use the
there we go.
key or press on the door.
Use the key or press on the door. What's this? Engine room lighting. Cool, and it works as well. Very nice. Right, slowly getting there. So I did all the right things. I raised the
Raise
pentagram.
the pantograph. Wait for the voltage to appear. Enable the circuit breaker.
There we go. Enable the circuit breaker.
Enable the circuit breaker.
That light comes on.
Enable compressor. Turn on the splitter of the radio telephone. It is located on the right hand side of the cabin's rear wall.
Turn on the splitter of the radio telephone.
Turn on the power adapter of the radio telephone. Enable radio and set desired channel. Wait for a main tank to fill.
Alright, we weren't a million miles away from doing this, even without having any idea how to do it. I pretty much did all of this, not in the right order, admittedly. But I wonder why that didn't highlight yellow when I walked near it before. It'd be interesting to see if I can open it when the mission starts. I hope you guys are remembering the order in which everything is done, because I'm going to be relying on you entirely. There's no such thing as too realistic. When you finish the run, you'll have to fill in a virtual tax return for your earnings. Let's hope so. Feels like the first day. Well, Spike, if you listen to me, I said with the exception of the electric box, I did switch all of these switches. But what I was wondering was why I couldn't...
Frame in the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat.
The pneumatic frame, okay. I didn't do any of these levers either, I didn't know.
Frame in the engine room A. Use the door behind the driver's seat. Open the valve of the main tank.
Right, so we're going to open the valve of the main tank.
Open the valve of the pantograph's compressor.
Okay.
It is time to enter the cabin. Use the key or press on the door. Move a train brake handle into driving or charging position. Move a train brake handle into driving or charging position.
Driving is going to be...
Hold brake releaser button to charge the main line.
Hold the brake release button to charge the main line.
To charge the main line. Engage
Oh, I see the values
auxiliary
going up.
brake, pulling its handle towards yourself.
Oh my god, we're going to be up and running in a minute.
Auxiliary brake, pulling its handle towards yourself.
Engage the brake.
Release
Okay.
handbrake using a handle on the left-hand side of the cabin.
That's the handbrake off. Precisely right, Orb. I am playing all the right notes, just not necessarily in the correct order. Or the right order, yes. Clip me up, baby. Clip me up. Clip me up. Right. Now what? Set the lighting for shunting maneuvers. Okay.
Use the call button on your radio telephone to confirm the readiness to the train dispatcher. 𝐍𝐞𝐞𝐿 to 4665, radio check.
Got a steering wheel and everything. Look at that. How cool is that?
𝐍𝐞𝐞𝐿 4665 is ready.
This must be so we're going to turn left and right, right? Wait for a signal.
Release auxiliary brake, pushing its handle forward. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position.
There's 48 positions.
Position of the drive handle. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. To close line conductors,
Hey, we're
move
moving.
drive handle to the first
Woohoo!
position.
Oh, now we're not moving.
Increase position of the drive handle.
It says successively increase position of the drive handle, and I'm trying to do that, but I keep doing it the wrong way. Tell you what, we're taking off pretty quick here. This game is so good. This is so good. Right, we've got a red light at the end here though. So presumably I've got to stop, right? Doing 25 kilometers an
Avoid
hour.
long distance driving on resistant positions. You can stop now. Pull train brake handle towards you to apply braking force. Set the lighting for a train operation using the switches.
Using the
Set
switches.
the lighting for a train operation using the switches.
Right. Oh, we're actually going to pick up some passengers. Oh my god. Okay.
4665 ready for departure.
Ready for departure.
Train brake handle is in a braking position. Move train brake handle into driving position. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
I lost 90 points for leaving behind schedule. It took me a while to start the flipping thing, goodness sakes. You really like this thing, but the main online mode is weird as you start and stop the scenario very abruptly. I haven't tried that yet. That's on my to-do list. I've got a few things I want to try before that, but it's very much a work in progress, this game, isn't it? But I mean, you could see the quality. The quality is there for all to see. You could just possibly do with a bit more finesse. It did take me ages. It took me about half an hour to get going, I think.
Avoid long distance driving on resistant positions. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
Where would you like me to take it up to?
Drive handle is now in non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
The shunting handle, okay. So I'm looking out for speed restrictions out here. I'm not going to see them. I need more practice, but you guys have highlighted that they are out here, so I'll try and adhere to them as best I can. You notice the rain has stopped as well. You start with the loco already in motion and you end with it still going. It just ends. That is odd. That is very odd. I imagine you spawn at the spawn point and you spawn out at the end point. It's a shame that the spawn point and the end point couldn't be
Acknowledge Vigilance system.
a station.
Is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
Ah, a shunt regulator. I can't move it. I literally just pressed it.
Vigilance system.
I literally just pressed it.
Is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
I wonder if the spacebar does it. Oh, it does. Okay, well, I'm going to use that in future. It's made my life so much easier. Oh, by heck, it is warm in here. I am melting, people. I am melting. Have a red light. Come on, tutorial. Tell me to stop. Oh, you take control of a train already under AI control. It's all on a schedule, so you just take a train ready on motion. I see. That's got to be pretty intimidating the first time you do that then, Orb. I'm not sure I'd like to just suddenly jump into any random train.
Drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. Push train brake handle forward to decrease braking force. Increase braking force.
Make your mind up.
Train brake handle is in a braking position. Move train brake handle into driving position. Close line conductors move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
Hi Stu, yeah, still on a train with a ticking time bomb. I'm reliably told by people who actually drive these trains that they miss that ticking sound when they move to the newer trains. What was that? Warning signal. Failed to react to a warning signal.
Avoid long distance driving on resistant positions. Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can
Look at the
also
speck of
use
dirt on the windscreen.
handle to increase the power.
Right, I think we're stopping here.
Move drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. Increase
Lazy.
braking force. You can stop now.
Woof. Stressful. It was, but as you take over, you don't take immediate control. You're really just an observer until you decide to take control. Okay. You could just ride it the full schedule if you want. That's kind of cool.
4665 ready for departure.
Move train brake handle into driving position. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. Drive handle is
I
now
see my
on
power coming up.
position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use shunting handle to increase the power. Successively increase position of the drive handle. Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use shunting handle to increase the power.
that shunt regulator doesn't seem to move. Let me just try standing up and doing it.
Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
I don't think you can do
Is
it.
now on non-resistant position. This
you
is
can.
appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
We're doing 60 kilometers now. Starting to pick up some speed. You can also let the AI take control back for a time, so if you want to brake or whatever, just pass it back to the AI. That's not a terrible implementation. Sounds like a bit of a mixed bag, some good and some not so good qualities.
Move shunting handle to 0 position. Move drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. Decrease braking force. Train brake handle is in a braking position. Move train brake handle into driving position. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
Oh, this wasn't the station. Or was it? No, hang on, this must be the station. It says I'm approaching the station. What's this then? Chop suey? What the hell?
Move drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. You can stop now.
Really? It wanted me to stop an extra 10 feet forwards. How rude. That's the Cornish flag right there. What's that doing there? Bit random in Poland. It certainly is different from scripted scenarios where we're
Train
used
brake
to.
handle is in a braking position.
It isn't always bad.
5 ready for departure.
Move train brake handle into driving position. To close
Way ahead
line
here.
conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power. Successively increase position of the drive handle. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. To close line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
There we go. So it's really important you put it in position 1.
Of 600 amperes. Successively increase position of the drive handle. Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
Okay. Starting to get the hang of it. Yeah, the wheel has to go into number 1. I kind of did it, but I obviously didn't do it long enough or whatever. You should know you have to stop trains in the correct spot. Yeah. Train Sim World has been teaching me that for many years. I still haven't learnt. It's the rebel in me. I refuse to do it.
Village.
I pressed it. It
is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
Shall I see if I can get rid of that bit of filth? I don't know if there's a washer on this one.
Move shunting handle to 0 position. Move drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. Decrease braking force.
Still there, look, that speck of dirt.
You can stop now. Decrease braking force.
What are those two doing over there, look? They're making some weird maneuvers. Look. Oh, no, it's still there, the dirty speck. I'm going to try and figure out. There must be a windscreen wiper.
Train brake handle is in a braking position.
4665 ready for departure.
I'm starting to mess about now.
Move train brake handle into driving position. To
I'll turn
close
it off.
line conductors, move drive handle to the first position. Successively increase position of the drive handle. Take care not to exceed maximum of 600 amperes. The traction overload breaker is active. The maximum starting current has been exceeded. Move drive handle to 0 position. Use traction motor overload relay breaker reset button.
Oh, cool. Traction motor relay
Close line
overload button.
conductors, move drive handle to the first position.
That's cool. I'm glad I did that. I've learned
Increase position of the drive handle.
I've learned how to do it. So don't go too quickly because you'll overload the ampage. And if you overload the ampage, you got to press the button over here. I can't remember which one it was now. And that will reset it. This is very cool. The good news is on the online mode he shuts up. You say that. Truth be told, without him I'd be lost. Without him I'd still be at the station trying to figure out how to start the bloody thing.
Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This
I
is
know.
appropriate position for long distance driving. You can
I know.
also use the shunting handle to increase the power.
I know. I've done it 10 times already. Yeah, they could do more with the tutorial. Slow down some bits. Stop repeating some bits. But overall, I am very impressed with the whole... just everything about it, really. Really impressive game. It's got to be a windscreen wiper, surely. A washer, I mean. There was on the other train. Could be any of these, couldn't it? Can't see the light.
Move shunting handle to 0 position. Move drive handle to 0 position. Increase braking force. Decrease braking force.
Going a bit fast. I may have to put the full service back on. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I don't want to do it, but I might have to do it. I think we're okay. I think.
Increase braking force.
Yeah, it's going to be tight, isn't it?
Can stop now. Increase braking force. Increase braking force.
Ah!
Increase
Brake!
braking force.
Whew. Just. Only just. How on earth do they reckon this tutorial takes 30 minutes? There's no way on earth. This is a 30-minute tutorial.
4665 ready for departure.
Train brake handle is in a braking position.
No, it isn't.
Move train brake handle into driving position.
It's in driving position.
Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase the power. Successively increase position of the drive handle.
So there's the amperes, so I can't get over 600. Okay.
Drive handle is now on non-resistant position. This is appropriate position for long distance driving. You can also use the shunting handle to increase
So the shunting handle bumps it up quite a bit, look. Jumps about 100 or so amps with each shunt. That's good to know. Yeah, maybe 30 minutes for anyone already familiar with the train. To be fair, I am 14 minutes behind schedule. So 45 minutes is probably about accurate. The scary thing is I've got to try and remember this for the actual scenario. There's another dirty splodge there. I'm surprised there isn't a windscreen wiper on this one. Wow, that's a horn and a half. That doesn't sound right at all. I like it though. Is that the speedo there? 12?
Move shunting handle to 0
Maybe
position.
not.
Move drive handle to 0 position. Decrease braking force.
Decrease braking force. I don't think so, fella. There's a station coming up.
Decrease braking force.
No, I'm not going to do it. It does sound like bagpipes. You've not tried live dispatch, but being in a signal box on the server looks cool. That's something else I desperately want to try. Distracted. I wasn't paying attention. Just trying to look at the speed.
Increase braking force.
Yeah, we're not braking
Decrease
quite
braking
fast
force.
enough, are we?
Increase braking force. You can stop now. Increase braking force.
Stop, train! Why is it not stopping this time? Ah!
Train brake handle is in a braking position. Move train brake handle into driving position.
I passed my brake point. I've not done that before. Right, well, this will be interesting. Let's reverse. There's the reverser thing.
Move reverser into forward position.
Shush, I'm going back for the passengers.
Move drive handle to 0 position.
We're going back for them. We're leaving no passenger behind.
Move reverser into forward position.
There's no wing mirrors on this.
You can stop now.
Thank you so much.
Train brake handle is in a braking position. Move train brake handle into driving position.
I'm legendary. Imagine if I'd have just carried on. I wonder what the game would have done. Right, okay. So, that was a tutorial. I mean, it does say in the DLC pack that the challenges in this train are for experienced train drivers only. And that's the first time I've ever driven this train, so... oh no, that one's like 4 hours long. Let's do one that's slightly shorter. So this is the E22 cargo Katowice to 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐳. Oh, I didn't know there were like required levels. That's interesting. 2 hours and 8 minutes if I can do it. Yeah. Passengers waiting for the train to Warsaw might want to make alternative travel arrangements. Despite the fact that the train has arrived finally at your platform. We recommend you take yourselves off onto a different train with immediate effect. Right, okay, let's have a go at this. Let's see if that tutorial has rubbed off on me at all. This is going to be really, really challenging. I didn't really expect to be able to do it today. This is more like a test of my
Welcome to the Katowice scenario. Get ready to roll, complete your train, and contact the dispatcher in Katowice.